when we benefited from the glory of communism here under the Iron Curtain, we had the saying, and that was, it's an open secret. In other words, it's something that everyone knows, it's self evident, but you can't articulate it in public because it's not politically correct. So you may get fired or worse. And what this guy on Reddit said, it is definitely an open secret. He talks about how the show The Hulk, besides the fact that it was an epic fail due to terrible CGI, mediocre acting, and bad writing, no character development, and jokes so bad that 5 years old wouldn't chuckle, is that this show was a therapy session for the people involved in the production of this feel-good vanity project. This is so true. I can't stress it enough. I do know people from within the industry, and they talk about the same things, how the writers that managed to get their hands on these IPs that they never worked for and are handed to them, instead of like trying to think about the customer, they only think about themselves. And they write stuff that would benefit themselves. But the interesting thing is, like, most of these people who are like incredibly woke, and this is like the main reason why hiring woke people is bad. It's not the ideology itself. Is the fact that most woke people are extreme radicals, which means that they do not want to associate with anyone that isn't as woke as them. So someone like J.K. Rowling, which for example is a very left-leaning person, was anti-Brexit, is for open borders. Like, she's like literally 99.9% woke, but like on the issue of transgenderism, she differentiates, and because of that, they will go as far as to harass streamers that play the wizard game because like Hogwarts gets some royalties off of it. Right? Like this is how extreme and radical the woke people are. Like they choose. They choose not to associate with other people. And when you do that, you live in a bubble. It's like being inside of a cult. Like, you do not know how the real world is like. You do not know what people like anymore. So the only thing you know is the stuff you like and the stuff your friends like. And because of that, like, they believe that the world must be very similar to how they view it. So when they create a movie, when they write a story, it doesn't resonate with the other people. So they claim, oh, well, it's got diversity. In other words, they hired people of a certain color, but that's not representation. That like, I, as a person who grew up in a poor neighborhood, cannot feel that I'm being identified with $1 million actor, right? So like, when you look at She-Hulk, like, nothing she experiences is something that represents me. Like, she is a very rich, wealthy person living in a first world country. That none of those struggles apply to me. She happens to be disrespected by the people around her, apparently. I don't know why. I mean, as a lawyer who twerks into her office, I guess like that is worthy of a lot of respect, but the writing is so bad, by the way. Like literally in the first season, she complains that no one takes her seriously, okay? And her boss is misogynistic. And I'm like, well, what exactly does she do? Like, show me when she goes into the courthouse and manages to solve a difficult case. You don't get to see that. There is no Better Call Saul moment here. There is absolutely no moment where she displays her skills. She just wants to assert them from other people. And even then, like if you look past the fact that, you know, she claims that people don't respect her, it's misogynistic. Besides that one scene in the beginning, everyone respects her. So like, they literally just cannot do a character that fits the required plot that they're going on with. Not to mention, like, the worst way to write things, well, it's not necessarily like the worst, but it's a bad way to write it, is to write the plot and then treat the characters like props. So, like, the plot demands it, and you take the character and you put it here. The best way to write a story is to write the characters, give the characters motivation, give them likes, give them dislikes, give them goals, aspirations. And when you do that, and you put the characters in a scenario that you think, like, how would these characters act based on the scenario that we're in? That is the great way to write a universe. The way woke people write it is like they have like their idea, like minority oppressed, women oppressed, blah blah blah. Oh, this character is a woman, therefore she needs to be oppressed. And it's like, even if they don't show it, like they believe that they know because it's like self-implied. But anyway, right? So the person from Reddit goes on and says, everything from the so-called storylines and characters were nothing more than a vehicle for the hack production team to spew their anger, bitterness, self-loathing, insecurity, daddy issues, etc. This is so obvious when you go on Twitter and you see how these people tweet. Like you don't even need to watch the show in order to realize that this is the case. So apparently they also have major egos. That is another thing with these individuals. Like, instead of being grateful that you managed to land a job at Disney, which, you know, most people can't even do that, um, and you know that you're not capable of writing, instead of like keeping your head down, you have to be antagonistic with the customers. But even then, it's like, look at this poster, right? Like, look at this poster. It is one of the worst posters that I have ever seen in my life. It doesn't say anything. Like, this is supposed to be She-Hulk, right? Why do you not have like a sexy lady on the screen? Like, this is a comic book. It appeals to teenage boys. Now, if you wanted to appeal to teenage girls, where's the sexy man on the screen? Right? Like if you appeal to boys, put a sexy woman. If you appeal to girls, put a sexy man. It's a comic book, for fuck's sakes. Like, if comic books aren't allowed to promote a little bit of sexuality, where are you going to find it? Do I need to go on Twitch and go to the VTubers so I can find a little bit of sexiness? So what do we have here? We like let's say it appeals to women, right? Because obviously, you know, you're taking comic books that appeal to men for all this time, and you're like, no, well, we're going to appeal to women. Women don't read your comic books. Women read manga, okay? But anyway, let's assume that this is for women. What exactly are you showing? You're showing a woman sitting alone on a bench that even has like this thing which is against homeless people, right? So like, homeless people can't sleep on this bench. And you have this woman, and she's sitting here in the corner all alone, you know, in a position that doesn't necessarily show that she's happy. But like, what exactly is it appealing? The colors aren't appealing. There's no action. It's a comic book. Where's the action? There's no action. There's nothing. And by the way, usually when you make a poster, you want what's in the middle to attract the attention. There's nothing in the middle. Jack shit. You place the main character onto the corner right. I do not know what you're trying to do. Like, if it's a comedy, it's not even funny. Like, if it's a comedy, why would I want to see this lady being the butt end of the joke? The main character is the butt end of the joke. Why? So legitimately, this is unironically one of the worst posters that I have ever seen. Like, there is nothing here that wants to compel me to go see the movie. And this color of green is also horrible. Like, I understand it's her color and everything, but she should make it in a way that fits. I mean, go read some of the comic books, and you can see how sexy she is in these colors. But no, like, you choose to remove lewdness, you choose to remove sexiness, you choose to remove the action, and you show me a woman that's depressed sitting in the corner of a bench with skinny legs. I don't know. Maybe you guys like it? Like, are you guys going to watch the season 2? Let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the comment section. Take care.